A little boy found a nest on the sandy shore of the beach containing 3 tiny bird chicks, but their parents lay dead nearby. To save them, the boy took off his jacket. With great care, he placed the tiny chicks in it and, holding them close to his chest, ran home. The question now was, how would these tiny chicks survive? The boy found a wooden box. He lined the bottom with newspaper, placed dry grass on top, and thus the birds got their little home. But they were so small that they couldn't eat a whole fish. The boy got an idea. He took his father's blender, ground the fish into a paste, and slowly fed it to them with a dropper. Amazingly, the chicks actually started eating. Seeing this, the boy was overjoyed. That evening, when his father returned home, a strange smell filled the house. The boy quickly pulled his father to the box. The father was astonished. But seeing the sparkle in his son's eyes, he didn't stop him, as it had been a long time since his mother's passing that he had seen his son so happy. That night, the boy didn't sleep in his own bed but stayed by the birds, caring for them. The next day, the boy's efforts paid off. All 3 chicks survived. To make things easier for his son, the father made a small mixer so that grinding the fish wouldn't take much time. Even so, they had to be fed 8 times a day. In fact, these birds were a special species of seabirds. Over time, they grew so much that their wings became strong, but their appetites never seemed satisfied. Even at night, they woke up demanding food. The boy named them Big, Middle, and Little. The father also started going fishing daily for them, but as they grew bigger, their food requirements increased. First a small cup, then a whole fish, then a bucket, then 2 buckets, and even that wasn't enough. It was more than a week's worth of food for the father and son, but the boy was happy. He played with the birds on the beach, tossed a ball, and had fun in the water. The 3 became his best friends. Yes, it was a bit tough for the father. The birds even blocked his way to the bathroom, forcing him to go fishing again. One day, the father took them to town and started buying fish. People were amazed, a fisherman buying fish. The shopkeeper came out to look. 3 large birds were following the boy around. But that same day, the father explained to the boy, now the time had come to release them to their real home, their natural habitat, because freedom is their true life. They can live up to 40 years. You can't keep them forever. The boy's heart broke, but he listened to his father. The first step was to teach them to fish on their own. The boy jumped into the water, showing them how to catch fish with his mouth. He did it repeatedly until they learned. Then he taught them to fly, flapping his arms to signal. Big flew first, then Middle tried and flew too, but Little stayed put, perhaps not wanting to leave the boy. The boy picked him up, talked to him, showed affection, and signaled again to fly. Finally, Little spread his wings and flew into the sky, circling above and below the boy. The day of parting arrived. The father took a boat to the middle of the lake. Big and Middle flew off to join their flock, but Little wouldn't leave the boy's lap. The boy gently let him go. He flew a short distance, then stopped, turned back, and looked at the boy.